We now talk about the residues and diagnostics. So once you fit the model, you want to know whether the model you have fitted is right or not. So right here means that whether it satisfies the fundamental assumptions for a linear model. So the fitting of the model is based on the behavior of the residues. So the mathematics behind a linear model is that you minimize the error terms. And this assumption of the linear model is that these residues should be normally distributed with mean 0 and some constant variance. So we have to check whether this thing holds. And we also have to check whether there are any outliers in the data. So that is the purpose of this lecture. So the diagnostic of the model completely depends upon the behavior of the residuals. So step 1 is you have already fitted the model. Now you want to check whether the assumptions for the linear model hold. So again we start by reading the table. So this is the file, and we have given the header, and this first part is the location of the file. Header is true. So again you read the first two rows of the data, row 1 and row 2. So this is what the data looks like. You have this data and you fit a linear model to it. So we fit a linear model. Y is equal to alpha 1 x1 plus alpha 2 x2 plus a constant. So once you fit the model, you will have these values alpha 1, alpha 2 and the constant. So you have your linear model. Now after you have the linear model, we want to know what is the residues. So let us understand first what the residues are. So for the residues, I will make a data frame. So this is y. Y is just these values, this column. So now I'm taking 4 values here. So see, head of residue 4. Residue is right here. So taking 4 values. Notice that first 2 values are precisely the same right here because I've just copied them down. So here I'm taking 4 values. Then we find the fitted values. So what happens is, once you run the model, this 46 is the actual observed. So this 46 is actual observed. So this is what you have observed. But if you put 0, 1 in the model, this will become equal to alpha times 0 plus alpha 2 times x2 is 1 plus a constant. So this becomes alpha 2 times plus c. So if you actually fit the model and find the coefficients, you would see that this alpha 2 is 0.99 and this c is fitted as 59.70. So this comes from coefficients. So we have seen this model in previous lectures, and you add this up, you get 60.70 right here. So this is the fitted value which comes from here. So you put in 0, you put in 1. So we put in 0, you put in 1, and these are the predictor variables, and you get a response of 59.70 plus 0.99, that is 60.70. But this is 46 is observed. So from observed value, you subtract the fitted value, you get the residual. So 46 minus 60.70, this will give you this. Similarly, you have 74 minus 69 will give you this. 89 minus 85 will give you this. 77 minus 81 will give you this. So difference between your data values and your fitted values gives you the residuals. So these are the residuals of our model. So the entire game depends upon diagnosing the behavior of residuals. So behavior of residuals is important to check. So the fundamental assumption is that this is the underlying distribution for the residuals. That is, these values of residuals come from some normal distribution with mean 0 and variance sigma square, and that is what we want to check. So notice that there is a constant variance. So we have to draw some graphics. So you use the library graphics, and this is used for the graphics. So this first command in R, this basically will give us a 2x2 4 graphics in one frame. So you're going to plot it, and this will give you one frame. So this is the command for These two commands are just to draw the graphics which we are now going to analyze. We now visually check our assumptions. So our fundamental assumption was that these residuals, they are normally distributed with mean 0 and a constant variance sigma square. So we need to check this, and this is the first thing we check, and the second thing is we check any outliers. So if there are outliers, we want to see why these outliers are in our data. These outliers might be extremely important, or they just could be a wrong entry. So first we focus on the residuals. So the residual is like this. So we have this mean should be 0. So notice 0 is right here, and there is a dotted line here. So the red line should be as close to the dotted line. So we see there is some difference from the dotted line, but you can see there is no pattern to the errors. So the fitted values to the residuals, there is no pattern to it. So there is some randomness in the data, so you can accept it. So the second thing is that you actually plot these residuals against theoretical normal distribution. So you take the mean and the variance of the data and you try to plot a distribution accordingly, and your residuals are here, and all the residuals should lie on this diagonal here. So we notice that majority of the residuals are lying on the diagonal except a couple of residuals, and these residuals have been numbered. So residual in row 1, or data point in row 1, data point in row 11, and data point in row 20, these are not lying around the diagonals. So we have to make sure that these data points are correct. So we need to make a mark of this. So we have data point 20 here. Again, here also you see there is a data point 11 which is causing a problem, 14 and 20. So R will mark out these data points for you. So second thing we want to check is the constant variance. So notice that the variance is shown by a red graph here, and it is going up and down. What we want is the variance should come straight in some straight line like this. So there is some problem with the variance here. So there is a problem with the variance, and so we need to check why there is a problem with the variance. Is our variance constant? Is our assumption of constant variance correct, or we need to use a time series model for our data? What we want to use? So this we want to check. We wanted variance to be constant, so this moves up and down. Again, R notices that this point number 11, point number 20, and point number 1, these are the problem points. So again, you had the same points here, point 1, point 11, and point 20. So in your data comes in rows. So the data in row 1, data in row 11, and data in row 20. So these are our problem points which we need to study. Then we come to the outliers. We need to know what are the outliers. So there are 3 outliers which are already coming to our picture because of the fitting of the residuals, but then there is a leverage point also, that is outliers which might have huge impact on the coefficients. So that is given in Cook's distance. So the outliers come right here. Here the 0.6, 0.13, and 0.11 here are mentioned in the Cook's distance. So you can see this 0.11 is common in everywhere. So again, you need to check 13, 6, and 11 and see whether this data is relevant to our data set, and if we remove it, what kind of results we get. So this is a diagnostic, and it is a qualitative judgment for you whether you want to remove this data or keep it, or how you want to proceed with this. But you need to understand that assumptions have to be satisfied. You have to give a justification that your residuals are normally distributed with the mean 0 and a constant variance sigma square, and all these graphs make sense.